What's up guys, it's Team of the Centaur Eyang here again, gonna give you another video. This is gonna be vlog number 3. A lot of you guys requested mobility work that I do because I'm big on mobility. So I'm gonna show you a few things that I did before my squat, deadlift, and accessory workout the other day. I will preface this though by saying that a lot of the stuff I do is a little bit deeper tissue mobility. So if you are doing a lot of mobility work, most of it should be done outside of the gym, at least for your deeper work. And then when you come to the gym and you do pre-workout, maybe just work on your few problem areas and do a lot of warm-up sets. But in this video, I'll be explaining what I'm doing in case you want to do something similar. Now, also, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you want to learn more about this, I will be putting out more videos on mobility in the future, but good resources are Bryce from The Strength Athlete. I will have annotations somewhere because I've never done that before. Dr. Kelly Starrett's channel, MobilityWod, I believe. And also, if you're really serious, buy yourself the book on becoming a supple leopard. Okay, you will learn not just how to mobilize your hips, but your entire freaking body. And that's going to be a big help in the future. Now, let's get on to the video. So right here, all I'm doing is foam rolling. You'll see I foam roll my glutes, my back, especially my upper back because it's really, really tight. I'll bring my hands up so I can get some thoracic extension. Foam roll my TFL, my calves, pretty much my whole body. Just foam roll as you see necessary. And I mean, I don't really find soft foam rollers useful for myself. I'm using the Barbell one foam roller here, so I'll actually have a link for that below because it's awesome. It will break you. Let's just say it's just a really, really good foam roller. So I'll have info for it down there. So in this next part, I'm going to pull out my lacrosse ball. I bought that from Rogue Fitness. It's good quality. It's like $5. But I roll it around my shin because I have a really tight musculature in that area. Your shin and your calves are muscles you're on all day long. And for me, they get especially tight. So I would suggest that you see if you can soften up these tissues, really break them down pre-workout, because in most people, they're just going to be really, really, really tough muscles to mobilize. A lot of people actually have problems hitting depth because of tightness in their calves. So it could help potentially, may solve some of your problems, not all of them, but it's something good to do. Also, you'll see that I take the lacrosse ball, I get it into my hips. Just play around with it in your hips and your upper glute region. And you'll see actually in this next part, I have a Supernova from Rogue Fitness too. I would suggest that. I mean, if you want to get one, you can. It's like $35. It's been a big use to me. The new model doesn't break, unlike my old model, which I broke like 3 times. But I rub it around my upper glute region, my glute region. I just get that pretty much broken down. And right here, in these next 2 segments, I'm actually going to explain this fairly quickly, but it's called a banded distraction. So I take a fairly hefty green band. There's a lot of resistance attached to it. I put it at my upper hip region, and then what I do is I step out onto a step. So I step out onto a step because when you're on any higher surface, you can induce hip flexion more at a higher place. So I pretty much bring myself out there. I get into a deep squatting position. I screw my foot into the ground, and as you can see I'm doing right here, I'm screwing my foot into the ground, which pushes my knee out, and then I also will take my elbow and I'll push out on it. What the band does is it pretty much pulls the hip into the back of the socket, allowing you to grind that tissue up and get more mobility in that area. As you can see in this next part, I am doing the same exact thing but without banded resistance, just so I can see how far I can get my hip out and make sure it's feeling good. If you want to do this on a box, you can, so you can get more flexion in there. And then I do the same thing with my other foot. I push out on it, pretty much just grinding the soft tissue in the hips to make it softer, allowing me to get into a deeper, more comfortable squat. Because when I squat, I spread my toes into the ground, my knees fall out, and I descend into position. So right here, I pull out my hip circle, Mark Bell's hip circle. I'll have it in the description box for you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few warm-up squats that I usually do a few without weight, a few with the bar. Then I'll do a lot of warm-up sets up to my working weight. But what I'm making sure to do is that when I'm squatting, I'm screwing my feet into the ground to cause external rotation in my hips and to force my knees outwards. A fault that a lot of people have is when they get into a deep squat and they start to fail, their knees will come inward, and their cue is to drive their knees out. Well, my cue is to keep screwing my feet in the ground, which will automatically drive my knees out, which will bring external rotation to your hips. So, yeah, that's about it on this. And now on this next part, I'm actually slowing it down a little bit so I have time to explain what I am doing. Like I told you guys before, when I squat, I screw my feet into the ground, cueing my knees to come outwards and external rotation in my hips, right? So what this is doing actually is, this is my conventional deadlift setup. What I'm doing is I'm getting myself into position, I'm going down, bracing, I'm screwing my feet into the ground, okay? Because a lot of people also, when they deadlift, when they begin to fail, their knees will cave in. So what this is doing, this is making sure that I am continuing to push my knees on the hip circle as I initiate for a deadlift, so that if I do conventional, my knees never cave in. So guys, thank you for watching the video. There's actually one more thing I wanted to tell you about that last clip that you just watched. I also have the band there to make sure that I maintain a neutral spine, because if you're going against that band resistance, you don't want to let your back around. So maintaining your neutral spine while maintaining external rotation is the goal of that. Hello, Donna. Anyway, guys, this is Nsima from BreakTheBar. Thank you for watching the video. Comment down below, subscribe, let me know what else you want me to talk about, and I'll talk to you later.